Well, hey guys, Long Haul Larry, and it is finally time to get some siding on this thing. I got everything wrapped up, all the trim stuff is all taken care of, and it's finally time to get steel on this place. The first task that I have to do is I have to find a level line, which is going to be hard. Find a level line around this whole entire house that I don't go over 4 feet. Some places it's not going to be 4 feet. Some places it's, the whole house and the way it sits in the land here and everything else, some spots are less than 4. So I have to find a spot where I can be 4 foot a majority of the way, but then not go over 4 feet in some spots. And so that's going to be the trick to do. My plan is I'm going to actually run a Harbor Freight, and they have like a tripod thing, and then they have like a laser level that you can get, and pretty cheap, and start projecting lines across here and stuff. It's a pretty cloudy day, I think it'll work, and projecting a line across here and just start measuring and trying to figure out exactly where it's going to be. But I want to have the same line around the entire house, so that's going to be a little bit tricky to do. So I'm going to be doing that. The color of the steel that I am putting on here, it's going to be put vertically, is right here. It is called slate blue, and it is to match up to the neighbor's house. They have white with blue trim. I'm going to make this house blue with white trim to kind of counteract the houses. And so that's what it's going to be. And then all the corner trim and then all the J channel, everything else is going to be white. And kind of a little different, but a good friend of mine up here I snow bike with and stuff, he owns a Trailside up in Calumet. It's a motel, and he rents side-by-sides and snowmobiles and stuff. He has a shop right down the road here where he stores all his stuff, and he's come by here once in a while, and he's talked to me and about it and everything else. I told him I was putting steel on here vertically, and he's like, that's what I did in my house. He said, the best way to protect the house up here. And I told him, and then he's like, yeah, I put it all steel on my house. And I said, well, I'm not putting it all the way up. I'm putting it only 4 feet, and then I'm going to put vinyl horizontal. He's like, that's interesting, because I've never seen that. And I said, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Something different. So yeah, so we'll see how this all works out. I think it's going to be pretty nice looking. Something different. So I'm going to have to run, and I'm kind of got a fire here. I'm burning some garbage and stuff. I'm kind of keeping an eye on it. And I'm going to run to Harbor Freight and grab that mount and everything, that tripod, and get their cheap little laser thing. I have one, but I don't think it'll mount on a tripod, and so I'm gonna probably get that. I think they're only like 30-40 bucks, something like that, and then I can start figuring it out, because like this corner is not gonna be 4 feet. It's just not gonna be up here in front, but in the back it will. So it's gonna be a lot of trial and error to finally find that mark. And once I find that, then I will chalk line all the way around the house, and then it's just start to put up steel. That's all it is, and that should go pretty fast. Well guys, I have a line around the house. Pretty difficult to get a level line around a very unlevel house that's sitting on very unlevel ground. There's so many different foundation levels, it's really difficult. I've been around this house 3 times with the laser level, and I finally come to a compromise, and I just went all the way around the house. I put these pieces of white paper on so my laser level I'll be able to see it, and then I would draw a line on there, and then I put screws where the lines are, and then I went with my chalk line. I went around and been doing a chalk line, and I'm just going around making sure that everything's going to be covered with 48 inches, and it looks like it's going to be. So down here, see up in the front here, I had it at 4 foot at the beginning, but then 4 foot here, coming around here, it actually wouldn't have covered part of it. It was really weird. I had to drop it down so it covers the back. It's just so many different levels. And so I just want to make sure it's all going to cover. I'm going to have to cut a lot of steel. Up in the front, it looks like it's going to be like 32 inches by the garage. The steel is only going to be like 32 inches high. See, now here, we're to the bottom of that, we're getting to be 45.5. See? And this little wall back here is not going to be covered. This is more, I can tell you that already. So it's like maybe 2 inches shy, 3 inches shy in this corner. And this is the lowest corner. And this is the compromise that I have, is that it's going to be like that, just on that corner. And I'll probably just, some of the cutoffs I'll probably put behind and splice it in. You'll never notice it. And see, like this is an inch. But then this was the big thing over here. This is 4 feet, and it's exactly, it covers the 4 feet of this back, this whole back wall here. And 4 feet goes down to where I need it. So that's what I was needing and everything else. And I used that laser level. It was from Harbor Freight. It was just a cheap one, a Bauer, I think they call it. And yeah, so that's perfectly 4 feet on the corner there. Well, guys, I have gotten the steel done. The steel is all put on the house. It's all been put on and everything. I just have to do all the corner trim, the inside trim, and the top trim. And that's what I'm planning on doing today. I've had some helpers out here while I've been doing this here and there. And I've been doing painting. They got that window, so I got the first coat put on there, on that window. And I'm going to be doing that door frame over there. It's gotten it all scraped down to bare wood. And, but I got the trim all the way done. And see, all this door trim is all painted now and everything. And this first coat just got to be done, another coat on there. And I've also actually gotten a piece of corner trim on here. I was actually worried about the top piece of trim, if it was going to cover right. And so last night, right about dark, I got done with putting all the steel on, and I wanted to try it. So I put the first corner piece on and put it on there, and it works really nice. I put that top piece of cover trim on there, and it covers it perfectly. So that's awesome. So I got to do all the rest of the corner trim. That's what I'm going to be doing now. I got some helpers coming here to help clean. They're going to be throwing all of my garbage piles into my truck to take to the dump. And getting this place all cleaned up, because there's actually snow coming. This is probably, I'm hoping this is going to be the last day working outside. And just trying to get all these different little projects done. And it should be the last day working outside. But I'll take you guys for a walk around the house. And you guys can see this all. I got my propane pipe that I put from inside the house into the garage, so that I can have a heater in there that runs off propane. I got that all painted and everything. These windows been all painted. They're going to get another coat put on them, and that's going to be done today. And then underneath all the eaves, that's all got to be painted too. So underneath there, that's all got to be painted. I did all aluminum facial and stuff and tin on those parts, but underneath there, we're just going to paint that, because it really doesn't see weather or nothing, so it's not going to happen. You know, it's not really a big deal. Got this really nice rubber boot on here where the exhaust pipe comes off for the heater. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. My camera was freaking out, but it kind of froze on me, right? But the problem is that the stovepipe comes out here, and it's a tin stovepipe, you know. And then there's all the water that comes right off this valley right here, and it runs right out here, and it hits this pipe. And you sit in here and you watch TV and stuff, and it just the rain pelts it. It's really super loud. I gotta figure something out. I had like a board screwed in up there on that baseboard, kind of sticking out. It helped a little bit, but I gotta figure something else in the future. But that's not a today thing. That'll be a future thing here. But got this all done. Down here on the bottom, this is 4-foot lengths and everything. They don't really kind of cover as far as I want. I got a whole bunch of cutoffs, so I'm going to cut a bunch of chunks that I'm just going to slide up underneath behind the one sheet. Put it on there, but I got the door wrapped. And all down this wall. But I got all these trim pieces, all the dryer bit, water, sump pump, all that stuff. It's all done. And this wall is all good. And all the way around. Got this all done. It's nice. Yep, I think it's gonna look really sharp. So now I gotta do all the corner trim and do the top trim pieces. So I'm gonna get to work on that. And I'm all done here. It's awesome. I got a bunch of sheets left. I had planned this all out and everything. I'm actually I was hoping to get to it this year, but I'm not. But I have it all planned out. I plan on building a shed back there in the corner behind the tractor back there, back in the corner. And then this junk shed is going to be going. But it's just not going to happen. Working on putting this trim up. It's got that corner on and starting to put this trim across the top. You guys get to see a preview of that. And we're getting a snowfall. This is what's called lake effect. This is what we get from lake effects. So, yeah. Hopefully it doesn't come too much. Well, guys, I got all the trim up. I think it looks pretty dang good. Now, you got to imagine you're going to have vinyl siding. It's the same color as that blue. And it's going to go horizontally. Now, steel goes vertically, and the vertical or the vinyl siding is going to go horizontal. I think it's going to look pretty cool. I've never seen this before, and just kind of came up with this in my head and stuff. I like the white trim in between. I think it's going to break the blue up. And you got to remember that the reason why I'm doing this is because of that house. I'm kind of matching it. See, he's white with blue trim. I'm blue with white trim. I think it looks really dang good. I really do like this. I'll take you for a quick walk all the way to around here and stuff. Still got some things to do. I got to get this pipe put in here for the heater in the living room. And get that all put in there so that heater's operational. But I just think you can see how the door came out. I got to put the handle on it yet. I got to get a handle, but I'll do that here. And I'm actually going to be down in Wisconsin tomorrow. And I'll probably stop in Menards and get a couple other little odds and ends that I need. My granddaughter's baptism is tomorrow. So that's pretty cool. This corner, I came out just a little bit short. And I just need to put a piece in there. I'm completely out of corner trim. And when I build my shed, when I tear that shed down and build a new one back there, I have enough steel and everything. I've figured this all out when I ordered the stuff to do the same exact siding combination on there. And I'll do that then, and I'll have a little bit extra, and I'll just put a piece there. But it's all completely done. Yeah, I think this came out really good. Got a lot of the painting done. I had some helpers today. The young men came over and helped. And they painted up underneath all the eaves. Couldn't really do the door frames and the windows and another coat on there and stuff because it was snowing and raining and stuff mixture, and all that was wet. But up underneath the eaves there, that wasn't, so they were able to paint that. But yeah, I really like this. I think it looks really cool. It's gonna really make this house pop out. And so yeah, I think I'm still gonna tonight I'm gonna put the door trim on. I don't think I'm gonna get the pipes put in. I don't think I have enough time. I have to go someplace tonight. But and then tomorrow I gotta go down to my baptism for my granddaughter. So I think I said that. And I think Monday, Tuesday, still gonna have some days where it's gonna not rain. I don't know if it's gonna snow. It wasn't calling for snow today. But we'll get this all tied up. I have silicone to all the corners and all the seams and stuff. So I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm going to get the vinyl siding on this winter. I don't know when it's going to come in. And if it does come in, if I'm going to get a break when it's not going to be so cold that I can work with the stuff. It's not going to crack and break and everything. So I thought I'd silicone all the corners, make sure that the snow cannot get behind there. I put a bead of silicone on all the trim, on that top trim, on the back side. I put a bead of silicone on every piece. And then put it up against the wall so it's so water or snow can't melt and get behind it and run down behind the steel and sit there behind there like that, trying to soak in. But it is what it is. You know, if I can't get it on this winter, this will be okay. The house will be sealed up enough and it'll be livable. So That'll be the end of the video, but I think I'll get all the outside stuff done. I also didn't get the porch rails and all that painted because it's wet. Well, you can't do it. That's probably have to wait till spring. But really nice. I really like this. I think it looks cool. So I'm gonna let you guys go right now, and I'll show you guys when I get it all done on the outside.